Hi, this is Julie. Welcome back to my channel. Maybe she had that miscarriage because she didn't need to have any more kids with him. We don't know. Only God knows that. And he never had a pregnancy scare with anyone. Now, granted, in the video, his ex and him both have said that, she had some issues that prevented her from getting pregnant. That she had to do certain things to get pregnant. Now, what I'm assuming he's saying is with anyone, not just her, that he never had a pregnancy scare. So they both felt like they could have unprotected sex, and she got pregnant with her baby now. They're grown, and she didn't know his ex. She didn't owe her any loyalty. And what was crazy to me was she was so emotional in that video. Like, this is not feelings that you have dealt with, but you made a lot of crazy accusations. Let me explain something. Clarence makes his video and responds, and he explains. He read the messages. I didn't see no flirting. He said that he was with you. And even in all the messages they read, even to the point where they were talking and you weren't in the picture anymore, you weren't there at the beginning, they kept it cordial and to business. And then at the point when he was single, they still weren't talking about, you didn't hear a lot of slick stuff. It was still more about like a friendship level type thing and business. And I'm just going off the stuff that he said. There was mention of nothing in there like, you fine, like I'm none of those things were said in those messages, right? Then you bring in his mama in your video, like trying to, that's a jab. Like, you were trying to hurt Queen and trying to damage the relationship that she has with her mother, with his mother. Clarence laid it out and he said, this is why I'm with her. I've never seen her as this, and you were not the woman that I needed. She was. This is the thing. That is an explanation of why he chose to be with her. And I've been in a situation. I was with somebody for a long time. We were ending our relationship. I told him, I was like, we can be together, but you need to stay over there and I'm gonna stay here, and we cannot continue to do. I felt like we needed space to heal, okay? And not in a way where like I wanted to be with other people. I was just saying, like, I don't feel like we can heal doing the same thing, And he told me he loved me. I told me that I loved him. But he said, I'm going to be with somebody if I can't come back to the house. And that hurt me to hear, but I had to take that risk because we were in a toxic relationship. And I wanted better for me and I wanted better for him. Now, he's telling me, he's going to go stay somewhere. But at the same time, he's coming by my house. He is popping up at my house in the middle of the night. We're still having sex. I got to the point where I had packed up all his stuff. I put it in the garage. I changed the locks, and I texted him and I told him, I said, hey, all of your stuff is in the garage. So that way he didn't have to come by and see me, because he would call me like, oh, I need to come get this, or I need to come that. And I was just like, you trying to come over to see who I'm talking to. That's what you're doing. Now, then I find out, and this is what's crazy. Him and I were out at Walmart one night, and we run into this girl. And I could tell, like, she was kind of shocked, right? Now, I've told you all this several times. I'm an empath. I could feel her. She was a little upset. He tried to make it seem like that was the first time he had seen her. She was an old friend. How you doing? He was trying to rush and get us away from her. Because when he was like, I haven't seen you in a long time. And she was like, what? And I could tell, like, she was like, are you serious right now? But she didn't say nothing. We left. And of course, I'm like, who was that? So he was like, oh, that was one of my exes from back in the day. I haven't seen her in years, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, whatever. So, and this was before we broke up. Like right before we broke up. Then we got into altercation and we broke up, okay? And we were still dealing with each other. And I still loved him and I wanted things to work out. And he's telling me that too. You know what I'm saying? But I also knew it was time for us to part. And like I said before, you can be in a relationship and still be trying to work it out, even though you shouldn't be. Then I found out he was engaged. And like at this time, like, because he was, like I said, he was still coming to my house, and I was telling him after I found out they were together, I was like, I'm not no side chick, and you trying to make me be a side chick. Like, that's not who I am. I'm not a, you know, and first of all, you have to be a homewrecker. The person has to be married, okay? So I'm not that type of person to be breaking up relationships. I can get my own dude. I don't need somebody else's, you know. And regardless of how you want to narrate the situation, I don't think it was like that. What I saw happen was, you know, a friendship developed and that turned into love. And that's just what it is. But for you not to listen to that man's video and hear what he said and then turn around and make a video and like blame her that she was plotting on him, she got pregnant on purpose, like all of these things, that just shows that you don't take responsibility for the relationship where it was. And that's crazy, because if he said this is what it is and this is why we separated and this is what I was doing, that just means you're not accepting that. And like one thing I noticed that you said in the video was like, what better way for her to make her superior to me? Like, you said that strongly. Like, this not about being superior or better. And let me explain something to you as an older woman. Like, men, they want to be understood and they want to be respected. And if you can't do that, that doesn't mean that this person is better than you or superior to you, or that you're superior to another person. Because, you know, y'all may have never been meant to be together. That's simply all it is. Because I told him, I was like, he said, and this is my ex, I was like, you know, you can't have both of us. And I'm not going to be a side chick. And he was like, I don't see it like that. It's not like 1 and 2. It's mine and mine. And I'm like you. I'm selfish. I'm not sharing. So I was just like, okay, you can have that. But she was doing things for him that I refused to do. And he told me, he was like, when she did that, I was like, oh, I got to marry her. And I was like, okay. So when he started calling me and saying I should have married you, I'm like, no, you got what you wanted, you know? Because for the first part of their relationship, I mean, I didn't know it, but he was talking to her, you know? And like I said, when I found out, then I ended things. But it hurt me when they got married. They recently had a baby. And I was upset about it a little bit because, you know, my tubes are tied, and I had told him before, you know, like, we can, if that's what you want to do at a later date when we get married, we can always pay to get it reversed. And that's what he did with her. So it was just like, you know, there are some things that even if you're over a person, it can still be kind of like that sting is there a little bit, because you thought y'all was going to be together, or you wanted it to happen with you, whatever it is, you know. But I just want you to know that video came off like you're very bitter and you just really tried to assassinate her character. And you tried to compare your situation with him to what she went through with Chris. Completely not the same. Completely not the same. Nobody knew who you were. She said she checked his page and you were not on there. So who you need to address is him about that, not her. He told her he was still dealing with you when he was dealing with you. They both said they had an open, honest relationship. You know, she clearly had told him about Chris. Like, you know, you didn't have all of these people following you and saying y'all relationship goals, and then he publicly cheats on you, where these girls make a video detailing what happened. You didn't endure any of that. Now, it doesn't make the hurt that you went through any less, but you can't compare your situation to her situation and say that she did the same thing to you that was done to her, because that is not what happened.